Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys another part of our basement, and this is my little Star Wars bookshelf. So this didn't originally start as only Star Wars. It kind of just like developed into that as I moved things around, and this just slowly got more and more Star Wars-y, and then was like, okay, let's just embrace this and it's just going to be all Star Wars. The bookshelf itself used to be upstairs in my little brother's room when he lived with us, and then when he moved out and I redid his room a little bit, I moved this down here for more storage for books and movie related stuff. Originally this was not only Star Wars stuff. We have some other books over there. We have some books on the top of the actual movie shelves that were here. This eventually just got to the point where it was like 95% Star Wars stuff. So I eventually was just like, let's just, like I said, embrace this. It's just gonna be Star Wars. And I moved all the non-Star Wars-y things off of the shelf and then just completely piled all Star Wars stuff on here. For the most part, it is just books. We have a couple figurines on here. We have some movies on here, and then just a couple like figurine-y things. So let's get started, I guess. To start, I just wanted to show above the shelf, which we have our BB-8 clock. We found that at the most random place in the world. We went to a store called Princess Auto, which is kind of similar to like a Canadian Tire type store where they sell like auto things, random home things. I bought like a shovel there a few years ago. We ended up going there because it was the best place to get a really long HDMI cord. When we were setting up the TV and stuff, we needed an HDMI cord to go all the way from one box over there, all the way underneath the baseboard behind the fireplace up to the TV. So we need like a 20-30-ish foot HDMI cord, and I looked at places like Best Buy. They were like $180, which was stupid. My dad was like, check Princess Auto. So we went there and we got what we needed for like $40, and just walking through that store, we randomly stumbled upon this BB-8 clock. The most random thing in the world. So we bought that there for like $10, and now it's down here in the basement. At the top of the shelf, we have three things. First thing is this really ugly Jar Jar Binks frisbee. This was Sam's, and it's horrifying, and we just had to have it. I think he said he got it at like Taco Bell for like a promotion when The Phantom Menace came out, and it's just so ugly. We had to have it out. And then I have one figurine here of Obi-Wan Kenobi. We have tons of these figurines throughout the shelf as well as in storage because we just don't have room for all of them. And then the last thing is my Rebel pilot helmet that I got in Disneyland in March of 2022 when my family went. I absolutely love this thing. I didn't think I'd be able to get it home, but my mom was very helpful and was like, we'll get it home, and we got it here, and now it's on the shelf and I love it. I'm gonna try to show the shelves like this, but I might have to move things around. So first thing we have here is my little credit that I got in Disneyland in January of 2023 when Sam and I went. So I talked about this in my Disneyland haul video, but basically this is a Disney gift card. So when you buy it, you buy this thing, and then you also buy $100 that goes onto the gift card that you can then use at the parks. So we bought this and we used the $100, and now it sits as decoration on the shelf. And then I have a little Boba Fett figurine, and then I have this. It's a scanned signed photo from The Rise of Skywalker with a piece of film from The Rise of Skywalker, and then it says Rise of Skywalker. And then we just have tons and tons of books. So we have the lightsaber collection. We have The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. And then I have this that my brother got from the Star Wars Identity exhibition catalog. And then I have the visual dictionary for The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. In the back, I have a tiny mini book of the poster collection. It shows pretty much all the different posters that came out all around the world of all of the different movies. And then we have the novel of A New Hope. We have The Dark Disciple, the Star Wars trilogy, and then I have the making of Star Wars, which I found that on Poshmark for a few bucks. Then we have the original trilogy on VHS, and then here I have the Queen's Shadow, Queen's Peril, and Queen's Hope by E.K. Johnson, which are the books about Padme. On the second shelf, I have a couple of the Star Wars High Republic books, but they're different sizes, which pisses me off. But we have Out of the Shadows, Into the Dark, and then also Light of the Jedi. And then I also have Brotherhood, The Princess and the Scoundrel, and The Clone Wars. I actually just finished The Princess and the Scoundrel, and I actually really liked it. In the back, I have a couple more figures. I'll pull these books out so we can see which ones. We have Plo Koon and then General Grievous. And then right here on the front, I have my collector's edition of The Force Awakens on 3D. We actually don't have a 3D movie player or anything like that, but I absolutely just loved this copy. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know I collect as many versions of Star Wars as I can, so I had to get this. I just love this so much. It's so beautiful. And then behind we have Ahsoka by E.K. Johnson. We have Star Wars from a Certain Point of View. We have the prequel trilogy novels, and then I have more VHSs of the two original Star Wars trilogies. And then on the bottom shelf here, we have this little light up Death Star that Sam got me for my birthday a few years ago. Then we have some more books. I have Star Wars Character Encyclopedia, Skywalker, A Family at War, A Long Time Ago in a Cutting Room Far Away, Shadow of the Sith, also just finished this a little bit ago, also extremely good. Sorry to go off topic, but if we're talking about Star Wars novels that are really good, The Dark Disciple is incredible. Back to the Shadow of the Sith novel versions of The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker, and Resistance Reborn. I think this one takes place between 8 and 9. Pretty sure, haven't read this one yet. Rey's Survival Guide, Poe Dameron's Flight Log, Star Wars Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader. Then I have some books on top here. We have Star Wars Lords of the Sith, Luke Skywalker and the Shadows of Mindor, and then we have The Force Unleashed and The Force Unleashed 2. Underneath we have some concept art books, so we have the concept art of The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and then Star Wars.